Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some very good tips and tricks how to get better and also how to improve in this game. So if you guys are feeling like you're not improving or just looking for some really good tips to help you guys improve very quickly here in Season 3, definitely stay to the end of the video because I have some very good tips to help you guys out in this video. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the winners. And lastly, leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And lastly, make sure you guys do support me in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in creator code YoungHumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's get to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to give you guys some very good tips and tricks that you guys can use to get better and also to improve in this game very quickly. There's a couple things that I do personally and myself that really helps me out a lot when it comes to improving at the game, getting a lot better. That means getting a lot more kills, getting a lot more wins, and overall just being way more consistent in this game. So I want to share with you guys some of the things that I do that really help me out so I can help you guys out as well when it comes to getting better and improving here in Season 3. So one of the things and kind of one of the rules you always want to have, if you're winning games and you're constantly winning gunfights, you usually don't want to change anything because if it's working, you really don't want to fix it. So if you're constantly winning gunfights, doing a certain method or a certain technique, or if you find that certain things work in the game, you want to consistently do them. But if things don't work, then you pretty much have to change them. So for instance, if you're constantly losing games, you feel like you're not improving at this game, all that means is you need to try out some sort of new technique. You need to try out new things, and that's going to help you guys improve and get better at the game. Because a lot of times when you play the game for a little bit, you're just going to have a lot of muscle memory. So you're going to be constantly doing the same sort of building techniques, editing techniques, or an overall play style, whether you play passive, aggressive, or whatever the case may be. You're going to find yourself doing the same thing over and over again. But if what you're doing over and over again isn't working, then you really just have to find something new to change. And the things that you can change, there's a lot of things you can do. So one of the things, maybe you can learn maybe a new building technique. Maybe you can learn a new rotation. Maybe you land at a different part of the map. Maybe you try to land and get the mythic guns off spawn. Or even maybe you learn a new high ground retake. So like I said, if you feel like you're constantly losing games, that just means you need to find something new and need to work on that because what you're doing currently is not working. So I listed a few of the things you can improve on, and usually the best way to go about it and what I recommend is usually finding the one thing that you feel like you need to work on the most. Maybe that's, you're choking your builds. Maybe it could be your editing. It could be how you're playing. Maybe you find yourself pushing gunfights that you shouldn't push, or whatever the case may be. But if you really do not know what to improve on, then just find one thing to improve on and then go from there. So maybe just work on new high ground retakes, maybe work on your editing. You can try different editing courses. Maybe it could be landing at a different part of the map. It could even, that's even one of the things that it might seem so simple but makes all the difference. And for me personally, I was using so many games until I decided to land retail a lot of the games and then rotate over to caddy, get the mythic shotgun and also the mythic grenade launcher. And just doing that alone just got me so many more wins. I got way higher win percentage. I didn't improve my builds. I didn't improve my editing overnight, nothing like that. But I just changed up my rotation. I changed up where I landed. And that made all the difference. I was getting so many more wins and so many more kills. And something as simple as that could really be the difference between winning a lot of games and maybe just losing games. It's just not having the right loot, maybe landing at a location or just changing it up. So there's so many different things you can work on and improve, but those are some of my recommendations as far as learning something new. Or as well, you can just watch different players. So if you have a favorite player that you like to watch that they're really, really good, you can usually pick up on a few techniques that you do. And that's one thing you're going to notice when you're playing, or that's one thing you're really going to notice when you're watching other players, is when they're playing, they're going to be doing a certain technique, or they might be approaching gunfights a certain way. Maybe they just do something that you haven't really seen before, and just picking up on that and learning what they do and practicing it in your own game can really give you a boost on other players and a big advantage. And that's how you're going to find out about the new metas, the new building techniques, editing techniques, and all the stuff like that really going to help you win a lot of games. It's just watching a lot of other really, really good players who are probably going to be on top of the meta. They're going to know what works best, and watching those players picking up on what they do can really help you improve and get better at the game very quickly. So all in all, if you feel like you're losing a lot of games, you're just not improving, all that means is you need to try something new, maybe try a different technique, or just try to work on different things that you previously haven't really worked on, and that's going to give you a really good way to improve and get better at the game very fast. So the second thing that you guys can do that really helped me out a ton, I haven't done this too much anymore because I usually play a lot of my games on stream, but one of the things that really has helped me out a ton in the past that I recommend for you guys to try out as well is going to be playing box fights against friends. I think you can do like creative fill, or there's a ton of discords, there's a ton of like group posts you guys can find, and you can find a lot of box fights that you guys can join. Now the thing about box fights that I really like, it helps you improve in so many different ways because it helps you improve your close quarter combat, which a lot of times in Fortnite, which pretty much almost every single gunfight when you finish off the other player, you're going to be close to them, so you're going to be within shotgun range, within SMG range. I mean, from time to time, maybe you get an elimination from long range with your assault rifle, but almost 9 times out of 10, it's going to be close range. It's going to be quick editing, quick flick shots with your shotgun, maybe, spraying with your P90, whatever you guys like to do. So a lot of the gunfights are going to be close range, so when you practice box fighting, it kind of really helps you a ton in game, just because a lot of your gunfights in game are that close range as well. So you practice a ton of close range in box fights, a ton of close range editing, getting, wall replacing, hitting different edits, maybe just working on your accuracy close range, and that's going to translate right into game, and you're going to be winning so many more gunfights, and that's going to help you win a lot more games. So like I said, box fighting for me was one of the things that I used to work on a lot. I used to play it a ton with friends. It's super fun to do in creative. And you can easily practice box fighting maybe 10 or 15 minutes a day, and you can really see some massive and huge improvements on your editing, your building, and also your decision making as well, because you're going to know what, how to approach a gunfight, how not to approach it, what edits you should go for, what edits you shouldn't, and how you should approach it. There's so many different things you can learn from doing box fights and learning how to fight better close range. So that could be a really good way to improve, and I highly recommend for you guys to try that out. And the third way to improve and get a lot better here in Season 3 is going to be improving and getting better with the charged shotgun. I'm actually going to be releasing a video tomorrow on some very good tips that you guys can use with the charged shotgun that's going to help you hit a lot more shots and also hit way more damage. So definitely check that video out tomorrow. But with the charged shotgun, the reason why I specifically talking about this weapon is because this really is a game changer. It was one of the new weapons added in Season 3, and the charged shotgun specifically really is a game changer for a lot of reasons, just because it's one of the weapons that, surprisingly for a shotgun, it has quite a bit of range, and also it can hit a lot of damage if you get a fully charged shot. Also with the mythic weapon, I mean, if you just point blank a guy without charging, it still hits over 100 damage. So if you can get very good with the charged shotgun, you're going to be melting a lot of players, you're going to be hitting way more damage, and you're going to be winning so many more gunfights in this game. Now, the tricky thing is, when I mentioned box fights, is the thing is, as of currently, I don't believe that the charged shotgun is officially in creative yet. It might be. I think there's actually some I think there is a few box fight maps that people have made. So kind of going back to my second one, if you want to play box fights, I recommend trying to find a box fighting one that has the charged shotgun in it. I think there's a few of them out there. I think there's maybe only like 2 or 3, but definitely give those out a try, because you want to try with these new weapons, because if you can get very good with the charged shotgun, if you can learn how to time it right, hit way more damage, you're going to be a really dominant player, because the charged shotgun, even for the blue one, if you had a fully charged shot, it's going to be 200 damage. I mean, you can easily, even with the gray one, hit over 100 damage body shot with a fully charged shot. So getting really good and practicing with the charged shotgun is, in fact, going to be a really good way to just consistently outplay other players, because at the beginning of the season, I never really used the charged shotgun. I just like the tack a lot more. But I found myself constantly dying to players using the charged shotgun. They would hit a super lucky, like 500 damage shot on me, and it would just be super annoying. So I just said screw it, and I decided to really give the charged shotgun out a try, learn with it, and if you really know how to use it right and use it to your advantage, you can really see a lot of benefits, and you can win so many more gunfights using this weapon. So like I said, tomorrow I'm going to release a full video on exactly the best way to use the charged shotgun, but that's going to be the third thing that you guys really want to improve on. That's going to help you specifically here for Season 3. So with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Make sure you guys do hit that post notification so you guys can get notified for every single new video. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel. That's what the gameplay is in the background at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single day. So definitely come by my live streams if you guys haven't already, or just put on the post notifications so you guys will get a notification when I go live. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and alright guys, I'll see you next video.